Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Aloha Aquarius, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages for November 2021. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. All of those things help my channel to grow and expand. Leave me a comment. I like engaging with you. And please do share if it resonates with you so that I can continue to offer free content for you. Before we get started, I just wanted to make an announcement that I am now accepting one-to-one mentorship. So this would be me with you for 6 months or a year, depending on what your needs are and what you are intending to accomplish. So what we want to do is take your goals and outcomes from the thought form and bring it into the earthen matrix of forms, okay? And so how we'll do that is with a meta program of immunity. So we'll have that in the background for spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental immunity, as well as the Paradise program. So I have the Paradise program, as you can see. And so what is Paradise to you? And so that will be working in the background to get you to your goals and outcomes, and will neutralize any limiting beliefs or emotions that are in your way. Okay, so let's get to it, you guys. So Aquarius, we have Hawaiian salt. We'll take a little pinch. It's going to clear the energy, clear the spirits, and give us our minerals for the day. All right, so we have the Keepers of the Light card. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, month of November. Keepers of the Light. It's way too many, Aquarius. Okay, let's try again. Just one, please. Which Ascended Master most wants to work with Aquarius at this time? Okay, we have Archangel Michael, Trusting Heaven. Whew. I just got a huge itch on the right side of my nose and ear. So if you are having that happen to you, that's just an indication to pay close attention to the message. All right, Trusting Heaven. It says, you are safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Heck yes, we love miracles. All right, Aquarius. So this is a month for you to really trust that which is higher than you. You can call that heaven, you can call that God, source, angels, whatever feels good to you, that your mind body can accept. Whatever's higher than you, that knows more than you, is absolutely working on your behalf. So, surrender all concerns, month of November. Allow the miracles to come forward. I feel like Aquarius, what Spirit's saying is you've been in a holding pattern, and it's been a little bit, uncomfortable because you've been needing to make some decisions. And this month of November, it's like Spirit's taking all of the cooperative components and helping to put those together so that you can have what you want. And then we got the archetype that's working for you is the unseen, okay? So Spirit's really calling you to trust in the month of November because you cannot see all of the components that are working together at this time. I feel like some of you are having a hard time to digest that part of it because there's a control factor that's wanting to release at this time, because as soon as I started talking about that, I started having like indigestion. And all that is letting me know is that it's kind of hard for you to digest or have that trust, okay? And that's all right. That's a normal human condition, but they are asking you to trust because there's so much going on behind the scenes. The unseen realm, there is so much coming together. I feel like for all ways of your life, for your health, wealth, and for your love life. It feels like there's all of these factors and cooperative components that are coming together for you, but you can't control it, okay? So letting go of the illusion of control. All right. And we have for career, for Aquarius, one more card, please. All All right, we have Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. I do feel like for many of you, there'll be a new passion that comes in work. Some of you may be in business with a lover or with, a spouse or a beloved. So that will be for a small percentage of you. I feel like there's some communication that needs to change no matter what at work. There's something that you're not seeing that needs to be revealed. Remember, it's the unseen that's happening here. Okay, the Lovers also is the card. It was originally called the Choice. So this is saying that you have a choice in your work and career. Are you going to go towards what you love? Okay, we have Ace of Wands, which is a brand new beginning, passionate new beginning. There's new energy igniting around your careerscape. And I feel like there's choices that need to be made, but there's some blinders that need to come off. So there's something about what you do for work, or who you work with, or what you're trying to build that needs a little more consideration. It needs a little more time. It needs you to see the truth in the matter. Okay, there's something you're not wanting to admit to yourself, Aquarius, around your career or around what's happening in, if you are kind of entangled in a situation where your career is bound up with a mate. There might be some things on the horizon that you need to see. If that's not the case, you have some choices to make. And Spirit's saying make the choice that is for you, that is most going to bring the most love, excitement, expansive energy, even if you're not sure how to work out. For some of you, I feel like it's like they're saying, take the chance, go on that interview for something that maybe you don't feel like you qualify for yet. Take a chance, show your gifts, if you have an idea or you've made some sort of art or prototype, show it, because there is some beautiful things that are happening with that. But I feel like there's a major choice that needs to happen in the month of November, especially around what you're going to do for work. And it does have passion behind it. So Spirit's indicating that there is a door that's opening for you that's going to be passionate and fun and like a beautiful way to do work in the world and how you show up in the world. But there are some things that you need to see. So that's why they're saying trust in heaven. There's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes right now, but you do have a choice to make around your career. All right, for love, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising in the month of November. Okay, got them flying here. Okay. All right. Where you have felt like your strength has been, you haven't really trusted yourself in the love and relationships. I want to do some energy switching. You do have the strength. Because what's beautiful here is you're releasing the things that have caused betrayal, that have caused you to cry over spilled milk, that have caused you to have conflict within yourself, and you're actually releasing toxic behaviors. So the month of November, you're releasing those toxic behaviors. You do have the strength to come through this, okay? And this is why, Archangel Michael is showing up, because they're going to cut through any of the obstacles. Like, these angels are showing up in the blue ray, so they are gonna cut through the obstacles. They're gonna cut through the things that you're not seeing, the toxic patterning, and you do have the strength to tame the beast within yourself. They said one more. Perfect. And we have Two of Coins. You're learning to balance yourself. You're learning to balance your energy. Aquarius, I feel like you've been in a position as of late where you've been the overgiver, and now it's time to come into balance, to release the toxic patterns. I feel like many of you are releasing codependency. Some of you may even be releasing addictive behaviors, because the Devil card in reverse indicates that you are releasing addictive patterns, okay? Or the person that you may have been dealing with may have had addiction issues. But it's saying that you're successfully releasing those with the help of Archangel Michael, with the help of forces unseen. You're coming around, okay? Yep, and you're leaving and walking away from that which no longer serves you. Some of you may be walking away from a person that you're already in a commitment with, or a person, like what they're showing me is some of you are estranged from a person who, you know, you felt strong love towards, but it was actually a toxic pattern. And so it's showing that you are choosing to walk away. You're choosing to walk towards what is most illuminating in your life. You're choosing to walk towards, you know, what's going to be the best for you, Aquarius, in your love and relationships. So some of you may be, have just ended a relationship, or you may be letting go of a strong obsession, they're saying, of someone from the past, and so that you make room for the new. And I do feel like that there's new that's going to be coming in, but this particular month of November is more like a release and a purging of what no longer serves you, rather than a bringing in, because there's still some things that are being done in the ethers before you can bring in your person. Okay, so this is beautiful. You do have the strength to move forward. And Aquarians, you guys, once you make a decision, you pretty well go for it. And I love that about you. But I feel like you're just in the phase where it's time to make the decision for yourself and trust the unseen forces to help you. What about spiritually for Aquarius? Oh my. Okay, that's a lot. Okay. So spiritually, it looks like you're coming out of hermit mode. You've been a hermit for a time, Aquarius, and it's time to come out of that. And I feel like how you're going to do that is there's a communication coming in, passionate communication. It may be to do with love, maybe to do with work or your health, but essentially we have the Five of Wands there in the reverse. So essentially this communication is coming in, and it's helping you lay down the need to have conflict and competition. I feel like somewhere in your spiritual world, Aquarius, there was this like ego competition that was happening, because like I just started like scratching my crown here, and there's like energy that's wanting to release and revive, but it's time to lay down those comparisons. It's time to, you know, release. There may have been someone in your life, like I feel like many of you have been going through some psychic initiations, Aquarius, if we're going to get really deep into it. So there may have been some situations where there's been a psychic attack, or people in the astral have been really coming after you, because you're really learning how to protect yourself. But I feel like you have figured it out with the Seven of Wands. You have figured out, like, no, I'm going to maintain my boundary. I have learned how to defend myself, and I've learned that I have the strength in all the realms to hold it together. I have angels that are helping me. I have my ancestors that are helping me. So you're really moving up, and I feel like you have something to teach others at this time from your experiences in the psychic and the astral and energetic realms. Okay. We have King of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like spiritually you are coming into your own, male or female matters not. Feels like you're coming through a passion. The wand suit are not burned by fire. So you have gone through the fire and you're not burned. You're actually moving into more of a crystalline phase within yourself. We have a wish that's fulfilled. So something you've been wishing for, some gifts that you've wanted to unravel spiritually are starting to come in for you. And that's really providing a really beautiful time in your life. But I do feel like what Spirit's saying is release the comparisons, because it's self with self. And especially spiritually, there's no need to compare yourself to anyone else, because everyone's inputs and outputs are different. Everyone's journey is unique, and so there's no way to compare, you know, one to the other. And I feel like you're releasing that in this month. Okay. That's quite of a lot there. Okay. We have Vanishing Mirror, 58. Ego, sublimation. I feel like this is a big one for you this month. You are really learning to trust in heaven. You're releasing your ego self. You're releasing that part that we want the ego to do its job to keep us in form. But it doesn't need to make comparisons in the spiritual world. So Spirit's just really reiterating that. We have a me talks. It's cute. Repairing the body, mind, spirit. So in your trusting of the unseen forces, you're going through a bit of a detox, a return to self at this time for many of you that are releasing the lover or moving towards what you would rather have. There's a lot of decisions for you to make in this month, Aquarius, and they're all going to be for your benefit long term. So really spend some time in self-care, spend some time getting some body work done if that interests you. They're reiterating the water here, salt water if you can be in salt water. If not, take an Epsom salt bath. Whatever you do for your spirit, whether that be meditation or certain breathing exercises, those are going to be important for you this month. And then we've got crown games. The right use of power. So you're really learning to use your power correctly. We have 8, which is the number of the self. Okay, the self that is rightly aligned with the self. That is what you're going for. You can't be anyone else, Aquarius. You can be you and only you. And so Spirit's really reiterating the need to have the right use of power. I feel like you're coming into your own in some regard, and so they're wanting you to use this newfound awareness of the power that you have correctly, because you're really coming into a new level spiritually. You're being asked to trust the will of heaven as it takes you across the gap. But once you're across that gap, joy is on the other side of that. And so, so definitely a time to trust, a time to love, a time to allow the unseen forces to take control, Aquarius, because you are absolutely safe and there are miracles that are happening. So if you can just release and allow yourself to receive, I feel like all of the pieces that you're needing to let go of in this month will easily release, and all that needs to come into form will easily come into form if you can release and trust in the will of heaven. So thank you guys so much. Woo, shoulders there. I appreciate it. That's what I have for you. And until next time, aloha.